Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 31, and today we're returning slightly early with games against Spurs and Manchester City, both in the Premier League. First away, then at home. Before we play these games, though, Sean will be getting on off camera, and it's surprisingly good. So, of course, in the last episode, you saw our victory on the opening day of the Premier League season, the 3-2 win over Stoke City, where we almost threw it away for 3 goals up, managed to get the 3 points and a fantastic start. I then played 3 games off camera. We won 2 and drew 1, and we started with another victory in the Premier League, following on from our win on the opening day, picking up our first win on the road in the Premier League in this series, and it was a fantastic 3-0 victory over the Hornets away at Vicarage Road. We scored an own goal first 38 minutes in, and then the boy that did it on the opening day did it once again, bagging another brace, Marek Kuchar, who I gotta say I'm very excited about, scoring 2 late goals inside the final 3 minutes of normal time, collecting us the 3 points and giving us the win. It was funny because the own goal that we scored as well in the 38th minute sort of deflected off Kuchar and then hit, is it Densville for Watford, and could well have been his hat-trick, but instead registered his own goal, so he got 2. But another amazing win and our first clean sheet in the Premier League as well. What a victory that was. And then we beat Watford again in midweek, this time in the Carabao Cup at the Den by the same scoreline. 3-0 once again. Dale Fry scoring on his debut in this game, 80 minutes in. Aidan O'Brien also scoring his first goal of the season. And Marvin Brito doing the same 53 minutes in as our backup team beat Watford by the same scoreline by 3-0. And I was shocked at this point, absolutely stunned that we were doing so well. I was thinking, I can't believe this, man. We scored 9 goals in 3 games, back-to-back clean sheets, are on fire. And then in the third and final game of Canberra, I was thinking, well, this is what I was expecting it to be more like. We took on Wolves at home, excuse me, at the Den back in the Premier League, and we fell behind by 2 goals early. Malik, the Polish striker, giving Wolves a 2-goal cushion just 24 minutes in. We did battle back in the second half though to claim a point. First an own goal, Cavallero deflecting a shot in to his own goal in the 55th minute, and then Marek Kuchar doing it once again. It is 5 goals in 3 games for Marek. The man is on fire as we completed a comeback and managed to claim a point. So, still undefeated to start the season off, an incredible beginning to life in the top flight for the Lions, but I'm pretty sure today we're going to taste defeat for the first time, and probably in both our games as well. We've got Spurs away, who are in 3rd place right now at New White Hart Lane, and then Manchester City at home as well. I think we'll probably lose both of these games, and the reason we're coming back slightly earlier is because due to our progress in the Carabao Cup, this game against Leeds is sandwiched now in between the 2 games we were going to play, which is Manchester City and Chelsea. But that's still going to be a good game though. Leeds away at Ellen Road. We will of course field a weekend side for it, so I thought I'd come back early for these 2 games instead. So in the Premier League right now, as you can see, because of our good start, undefeated in our first 3 games, 2 wins and a draw. We sit in, oopsie daisy, we sit in 4th place right now. Very, very good start to the season with 8 goals scored in just 3 games. I'm stunned, as I'm sure you guys are as well, because I was pretty sure we're going to be where Burnley are right now, but instead we're in 4th place, doing much better than I expected, and yeah, it's been really, really good. So just a couple of things to report as well. One thing is Aidan O'Brien is injured. He got injured in that Carabao Cup game. He's out for 2 to 3 months. Bit of a shame. And also Erdal Rakip left the club on loan as well to join Peterborough for the season. Where are we? There we are. And joined Ben Thompson. He's gone to the Posh for a season's long loan, as he's not part of our first team plans anymore. And also Dear, excuse me. We did make a signing as well. I forgot to show you in the first episode of the season, and he's coming in January. I completed a deal during the summer because he's under the age of 18. He's not coming in until January. Was under the age of 18. He's not coming in until January. That is Yannick Vergiers, 18 years old now, just turned 18. He is a German centre back that can also play left back, and he's got some pretty decent stats. 6'2" already, with 15 heading, 13 marking, 14 tackling, 13 positioning. Not too bad either, in 16 bravery as well, and physically not the best with only 11 strength, a little bit disappointing, but he'll be coming in January for quite a cheap transfer fee. What is it? There we are, 500 grand right there. And yeah, I'm excited to see how the youngster will get on once he arrives in the winter. So that is pretty much that. Let's just dive straight into it. Then the first game of today's episode is indeed away at New White Hart Lane, and I'm pretty sure, despite a very good start to the season, we are going to taste defeat for the first time this year. So we'll stick with the 4-4-2 and the same instructions as always, but we'll make some changes to our lineup on the back at that 2-2 draw. I'm going to put Dale Fry in for Jake Cooper and see how Fry can get on. I think I'm going to start Ferguson for Menji down the left. Dobby's just come back from international break very tired. So we'll take him off the bench for Jay Fulton. I might start Fulton for the Dream, who's a little bit tired as well. Do you know what? I want to give Pyatt a start in this game. So Pyatt instead of Jay Fulton. You know, he's not really a deep line playmaker. And we'll also start Webster for Jed Wallace down the right-hand side, and I'm okay with that lineup. So let's go with it then. So this will be our team for the game then. Oh, no, I'll tell you what. Let's play Ben Chilwell ahead of Jota Silva in our back four. So this will be our team for the game then. We are going to have Woodman in goal, a back for a Chilwell, Hutchinson, Fry, and James Bree, with our midfield being Ferguson on left, Webster on the right, in the middle, Ryan Tunnicliffe and Dimitri Payet, who does not suit that role at all. So we'll put Jay Fulton in. And up top together, Black, and of course the man at the moment right now, Marek Kuchar, who has had an incredible start to the season. Determination's growing by 1. You know, I've got to love that. It's been remarkable. 5 goals and an assist in 3 games. Where has this kid come from? Sparta Prague. We knew that. And on the bench we got Woodman, Long, we got Cooper, De Silva, The Dream, Payet, Wallace, and Martin Britt as well. First game, Spurs. Let's continue a very good start. Come on, you Lions. I was almost certain we'd have a horrendous start to the campaign, and it would really set us up for what was going to be a long old season. But instead, after 2 wins in our first 3 games and still yet to taste defeat, I'm surprised, but pleasantly surprised, of course. But I'm almost certain that this will be the game where we sort of get brought back down to earth. Yes, it's been a good start, but I can't see us getting much from this game. And I'm almost certain we are going to taste defeat. And the first chance will probably fall to Spurs as Christian Eriksen receives the loose ball and finds Jordan Amavi down the left-hand side, who plays it back inside. Now Felix receives it into Harry Winks. Winks on the ball finds Christian Eriksen. There is Dele Alli across towards Abubakar, and there is the first goal. It was going to come at some point. There is absolutely no way we get anything from this game, and we are behind 26 minutes in with the first chance of the match. Spurs controlling a possession battle right now very convincingly. Nice little ball inside by Harry Winks after controlling on the chest to Eriksen. Better ball to Ali. He was actually tackled by Ben Chilwell, but unfortunately dropped straight to Abubakar, who could not miss. 1-0 Spurs, worst possible start, exactly what we expected. These are the sort of games where we expect to lose, so we can't really be too disappointed if we do. It's the other games in the division. Those are the ones we need to make sure we pick up the points and the wins in, and instead, we just won ourselves a penalty 43 minutes in. John Black failed, and a chance for us to get back on level terms. Black! Oh, it's saved by Hugo. It's Brian Donnelly. It's Brian Donnelly. He used to miss so many big penalties earlier on in his seasons. And it's still 1-0. John Black, it's Donnelly. It's Brian Donnelly, I'm telling you. Anyone who watched my whole save will know the comparison between the two players. He is Brian Donnelly, I'm telling you, man. Oh, what a chance. Our best chance of the game. We won't get a better one than that, obviously, from the spot. John Black having his penalty saved by Lloris, and now you expect Spurs to turn it on and go 2 goals up, and that's exactly what's happened. Conte with the cross, Abubakar with a header, and from what could have been elation to despair, Spurs go 2 goals to good with half an hour to go, and that should do it now. Thiago out towards the right back, and it was a brilliant cross by the Italian into the centre. Abubakar lost his man, free header, 2-0. Good night, Millwall. Now we've got to make sure that we don't capitulate in this game and totally collapse and watch our goal difference take a massive hammering. With 2 goals down, it's been a pretty tough game for us, obviously. Just make sure now we don't watch it become 3, 4, 5-0 as that shot goes just wide the post. Keep it at 2-0 and that's satisfactory, I suppose. And Spurs are now looking for that third goal as Pizarro on the ball crosses, and there is the third goal, not just for Spurs but for Abubakar as well. Hat-trick scored against us. And that is definitely going to complete what has been a miserable afternoon for the Lions. Our first defeat in the Premier League. It was probably going to happen today in one of these games, and sadly it comes in the first one as we expected. Dele Alli on the ball playing a lovely ball in behind James Bree to Pizarro. Cross across the ground. There is Abubakar with a simple finish 6 yards in. Isn't going to miss that one. 3-0. Spurs going top with 12 points. And there it is. Our undefeated start to the season ended by Spurs. It's a what could have been game though. I was expecting this to be the game that brings us back down to reality. Absolutely thumped, and based on the stats you would say we were, but what could have been? What could have been? Had John Black not missed that penalty in stoppage time in the first half, man? I'm going to assertively criticise the boys there. I'm far from pleased with what I just saw. Everyone is fired up. That is fantastic news. But for John Black, oh man, had he converted that penalty 1-1, I still think we'd have gone on to lose the game. Yes, but what could have been? What could have been? Do I do it? Do I change the nickname to Brian 2.0? Because he's back, I'm telling you. It's Brian. He's back, and he's back to his old tricks. Brian Donnelly back in the save, changing his nationality. but still cocking up when we need him the most. So second and final game of today's episode, and I'm expecting it to be our second loss of today's episode as well, as we now play host to Manchester City, who sit in 10th place in the division. And after our loss to Spurs at New White Hart Lane, I'm going to make some big changes, not just to personnel, but also to the tactics as well, because of course I've been sticking with the 4-4-2 throughout the entire save, because it's what we play in real life, and we've been doing so well with it. But I'm going to switch to 4-2-3-1. I showed you this in the season opener, and I said this is more of like a passing sort of tactic layout. And I'm going to try and do something a little bit different in this game and see whether it works out for us. Highly unlikely, but you never know. So I'll make some changes to our lineup as well. I'm going to give Long a start in this game for Freddie Woodman in goal. I'm going to put De Silva back in for Ben Chilwell. I'm going to put Cooper back in for Dale Fry. I'm going to give Romeo his first start in the Premier League this series. I'm also going to play the Dream ahead of Jay Fulton. And I'm also going to put Wallace down the right for Clinton Webster. And Ferguson picks up a knock in training as Gary Cahill got an injury as well. Should I take Ferguson out? He's fine to play. He's fine to play. But I would like to give Menji a game, actually, down that left-hand side. So I will. And yeah, do you know what? I think that's an okay lineup for my liking. So let's go with this team. So this will be our lineup for the game then, and our new 4-2-3-1. Let's see how we get on in our first experiment with the new formation. Long in goal, about for a Jay De Silva, Hutchinson, Cooper, and Marlon Romeo. Midfield, Tunnicliffe and the Dream. Our attacking midfield trio is going to be Menji on the left, Jed Wallace on the right, and in the middle, Dimitri Payet starting for the first time in the Premier League in the Millwall shirt. And of course, our main man Marek is leading the line for us in this game. And on the bench, Woodman, Fry, Chilwell, Fulton, Webster, Black, and Marvin Brito as well. Actually, you know what? Let's put Dobby on the bench this game. Should we give Dobby a start for the Dream, perhaps? No, we'll start the Dream and have Dobby on the bench. Okay, so here we go. Second game, Man City. Pretty sure we're going to lose again, but let's find out. First game with a 4-2-3-1. Come on, you Lions. I guess my thinking behind the tactics in this game is that if we try and lower the tempo and try and slow the pace of the game down, we can try and stop Manchester City from having too many chances. They've won a penalty 1 minute in. God damn it. Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, I can't even get 2 minutes into the game without going a goal down. Kane scores 1-0 Man City. This is more like what we were expecting at the start of the season. We've had our honeymoon period. We've got our first 2 wins. Now we're going to slide down the table quickly and go into that bottom 3 not before long. Kane makes it 1-0. We're already trailing. This is going to be a long afternoon. I think it was Tunnicliffe that gave the penalty away. He's been a consistently good performer in this team, but now as we trail by 1, yeah, we can get back into this game, but the problem is if we score 1, Man City will probably score 3 or 4. Menji, we had a chance. Menji just had a chance and he put it straight at Edison. God damn it. That's like in the last game against Spurs with that penalty from Black. We're not going to get many chances. That was the one. That was the moment we had to take it and we couldn't. And now a chance for Man City to go 2 goals up as the Dream does very well there alongside Jed Wallace too. And we should get it clear through Romeo, but that's a long ball going straight to John Stones. I'm trying to get the ball on the ground more. We don't do that very often with this team, but instead just totally ignored there as Manchester City look for another chance to go 2 goals up. It's Harry Kane, the goal scorer, finding his man down the right-hand side. Across the middle, there's Kane, there's the second goal. And it's 2-0 to Manchester City. 16 minutes in, already 2 goals down. Yeah, I'll repeat it. It's going to be a long afternoon. Kane with a nice ball out wide. Lovely first touch that. And then gets it straight back inside the 6-yard area and nods it home from 4. 2 goals down, 16 minutes in. You know, I really thought that changing this tactic, going to this 4-2-3-1, slowing the pace of the game down, trying to keep it on the ground would benefit us. It's not worked out at all. Should have stuck with the 4-4-2. But this sort of sums up my tactical ability in FM. It's very, very poor, basically. Sometimes I do something and it works out positively, and it's more luck than anything else. And at the moment, it's not looking good as Rome makes the tackle to go straight to Milinkovic-Savic. Kane now looking for a hat-trick in the first half as Manchester City continue to press. And it almost was the hat-trick for Harry off the crossbar, scrambled away, 2-0. And you bet your bottom dollar, Kane's getting a hat-trick in this game, and we're going to lose this by 5 or 6. The one positive is that what I did want in this game was to keep hold of the ball a bit better, is happening. I was thinking retaining possession, short passing, lowering the tempo, that will help us keep hold of the ball a little bit better, and that has actually happened. But it's just a shame that we've conceded a job lot of chances, and thankfully haven't been punished more than twice. How long's that going to last? Jed Wallace on the ball though, comes forward. Good run by Wallace, and the pass is poor. He could have slid Menji in there had the pass been a little bit better. Sadly couldn't, but there could still be a chance here as our El Salvador winger does get on the ball now. Back to Ryan Tunnicliffe. That's a good ball out wide towards Jay Da Silva, who can cross. Already got 2 assists this season. That's a good ball, and Jed Wallace hits into the side netting. We've had chances in these 2 games. We just haven't taken them. I mean, I've got to say that there are positives, as Dimitri Payet just seemed to trot on the ball there. Not why I brought him in. And Kevin De Bruyne goes down the right-hand side and finds Kane almost for the hat-trick, but heads it over the bar. There has been positives. We've scored a few goals to start the season off. 8 goals in our first 3. Probably none in our last 2 now. But we're creating opportunities. That's the good thing about this team at the moment. But sadly, we just can't seem to defend as we scramble the ball away. Only as far as Leroy Sané. Kevin De Bruyne now all the way back towards the number 15. Was that a clear-cut chance? I think it was. We survived, and that will do it for the first half. Well, we're trailing by 2. When you look at the stats, to be honest, we've not even played that badly. I'm going to say to the boys, unlucky, things just haven't gone right for us so far. We've relaxed and seen them gain confidence as well. And I'm also going to try and get Tunnicliffe to calm it down out there as well, because he's already on a booking. But there's a second half to play, and do you know what? We can get back in this. It's a bold thing to say, but I think we can get back in this. Well, we haven't got back in the game. Instead, we're going to lose by 2 or possibly 3-0, and it's going to be 3-0 because Kane, right before... Oh, no, it's been disallowed. I was going to say right before stoppage time, does get his hat-trick and make it 3-0, but a goal disallowed for offside. I don't need to watch a replay because it seems like he was indeed offside. Was he? Was he? Yeah, he's offside. There we go. And that will do it then. So, you know what? We lost the game 2-0. We lost to Spurs by 3-0. But there were actually some positives in these 2 games. We didn't score. Our defense was horrible. We missed some really good chances. But there were some positives somewhere. I just can't remember what they were, as Sané's denied by George Long. But no, to be fair, like in this game, our first experiment with a 4-2-3-1, we actually had a couple of really good chances. Jed probably had the best one, just couldn't hit the target. And, you know, it was another game of what could have been. Just like the Spurs game had Black converted that penalty. Another game of what could have been, how we taken our opportunities. But that is how the game will finish then. Millwall 0, Manchester City 2. Let's wait for the finals to come any second now. And it does mean after a good start to the season, no losses in our first 3, 2 wins picked up from our first 3 as well. We are going to have back-to-back defeats for the first time this season, as we expected. And this is more like the campaign we were expecting at the start of the season. As Walker finds Sané, who does actually rifle in a 3rd goal right before the final whistle. Great cross there by the former Spurs right back, and Leroy Sané with a good finish at the back stick makes it 3-0, and in the end it is back-to-back 3-0 defeats. And forget what I was just saying there about there being positives. No positives whatsoever, but either way, 3-0 the final score in both our games, and there, right on cue, is the final whistle, and it's what we expected, to lose both of these games, and it's disappointing, but at least we passed the ball quite nicely in this game. At least we passed the ball quite nicely. But that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys, so a big thank you for watching, and hope you have enjoyed it. Back-to-back defeats for the Lions, see us slide down the table as we were expecting, and hopefully by the time we come back, we've got ourselves a few more points on the board. So we'll play a few games off camera, and we'll return with games against. I think I'll play through the rest of September. I think I'll play through the rest of October as well. And there's a very good doubleheader to start December off with. Arsenal at home and Manchester United away. And if you watch my whole save, we're not looking forward to these battles with the Red Devils because we always lost against them because they were just too good. But I think we'll go back for that doubleheader there. A big one. And hopefully in some of these games where there are some favourable fixtures, we'll pick up some points and pick up some wins. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic evening. Much love to you all. And I'll see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series very soon. Bye.